Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, a global IT services company is coming to North Texas. Their journey just ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team. And the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show. Well, I can't think of a hotter industry than IT services. Companies large and small really aren't equipped to handle all the ransomware and hack attacks. They just don't have the in-house talent. And often they turn to companies like my next guest, Marko Knezovic with Kibernum USA, and Bill Wallace from Success North Dallas. He's the chairman and founder. Thanks for coming on the show.
Jeff, I couldn't think of a better place to bring Marko as he moves the company into Texas. Santiago, Chile, 1,500 employees, other employees around the world, some of the biggest fintech companies or their clients. And in thinking about this, first of all, he's become our first international partner member at Success North Dallas. And I want to welcome you to the Success North Dallas family. But I couldn't think of a better place to bring you for introductions into Texas than to Real News PR and to Jeff Crilley. So Jeff, Marko, meet Texas.
All right, I want people to get to know you, Marko. Tell us your background.
Well, I'm a software engineer. I was born and raised in Serbia, and I moved to Chile back in year 2000. So I've been there for the last 23 years. That's 50% of my life. So I'm Serbian and Chilean. And now I'm, hopefully I'll become Texan.
Yeah. So how many languages do you speak if you include Texan? Because that's its own language.
Well, if I include Texan, it's 5.
Okay. All right. Tell us about Kibernum. What sets it apart?
Well, Kibernum, we have been around for 31 years. We have 1,500 employees, 200 clients in Chile. We have 100 more employees in Colombia, in Bogota, and now we are incorporating here in Texas. We have around a dozen clients here, and we are looking into helping, Texan businesses to grow using nearshoring model from Latin America.
Yes, and you were just featured in the Dallas Business Journal, which is one of our partners. We're going to put that headline up so people can see it. Why North Texas?
Well, a couple of years ago, we did a market analysis, and we concluded that Texas is the right place to be.
Yeah, and it's a very competitive space, is that right? But so many people are moving into North Texas every single year, and a lot of large companies that you probably are already off to a fast start.
Well, we wanted to go to California, but then we decided we better be here because they are coming here.
Okay, Bill, I want to bring you back into the conversation because you've witnessed a lot of companies coming into North Texas, haven't you?
And we've had companies contact us to become a part of Success North Dallas from California that haven't even been to a meeting, and they're just saying, we want involved. And in our partner member area, we don't want that. We want people that are equally yoked to us. So it's people like Marko and Kibernum, Real News PR. Those are the companies we want involved in Success North Dallas. And I think that process, not so much of elimination, but of specific choice and maintaining values has been huge. And that's what Kibernum and Marko illustrate. The issue with looking back at Marko's company and looking at what they're doing and looking at some of the clients, he used a term nearshoring, not offshoring, but nearshoring. And they're in a position, and you can't promise this for every company, but a 40 to 60% savings on the IT rate. The things that people are being way, way overcharged for. And they do it from a standpoint of servant leadership, not a standpoint of give me your money.
Sure.
And that's why. And I think that's what we all have to do here in Texas, is to understand those that are coming to us. And if in fact they're givers, or to quote Scott Murray, a go-giver, because that's really who you are, Marko.
We're going to bring Marko back into the conversation, and we're going to put some video up on the screen from your company. Tell us how it is you engage with your clients. If somebody was watching this right now and they wanted to reach out and see if it's a good fit, what does that look like?
Well, normally people would reach out to me or any other team members. We would talk, understand what's the business model, what's the need, and if eventually we can help with that. And then we would kick off the engagement.
And does your team kind of act as an employee of the company? I mean, are you working shoulder to shoulder with your clients?
Yes, we participate in all the meetings. We follow actually all the client processes. So we don't want to be a burden for our clients. We are just like any other team member they have.
Sure. And I know that large companies sometimes have an IT department, but they can't stay up to speed on every new nuance of cybersecurity, let's say.
Yeah, well, technology is changing. So if you are involved all the time with 200 clients, then you are forced to change and learn constantly. And for some of our clients, it's difficult because they are focused on their business, and that's understandable.
So the company's 31 years old. You don't have to name the client, but what's one of your favorite success stories of a company you've helped?
Well, our biggest client in Chile is Citigroup. We have been working with them for the last 20 plus years. And well, I'm very familiar with them because I used to work for them before joining Kibernum. Yeah, well, it's one of our biggest success stories.
How does a company know when they need a company like yours?
Well, if companies struggle to complete all of their technological assignments and projects, they do not have resources. It's difficult to find people on the market. They need to learn new technologies. They do not have the constant demand for technology. There is an oscillation, ups and downs in engagements, in budgeting for next year and stuff like that. That's where we can help.
Sure, and I'm sure COVID threw everybody for a loop, because having cybersecurity for a staff that reports to work is one thing. Sending everybody out with their laptop creates all kinds of challenges for a company like yours, doesn't it?
Yes, and what before COVID was very difficult to understand. Now it's even easier because we have been working remotely for 2+ years, all of us, including some of the biggest financial services companies that thought that it was impossible. Now they realized it is possible and feasible, and they are still doing it. So,
Bill, I want to bring you back into the conversation, because one of the things that you say all the time is let's go back to the handshake, because integrity is so important for the success of any company. Tell me why this is such a great relationship for Success North Dallas.
Well, the tenets of membership in Success North Dallas are: be a success in your own eyes. Nobody has the right to define what success is for you but you. Be a giver. Let's go back to the handshake. And it's all about our fellow men and women. The integrity, the transparency, or what I think that is so critical to the success of any company. And that starts in the C-suite. That doesn't start from an outside firm coming in and saying, we're going to give you a whole new culture. It starts at the top. And when you're working with a company like Kibernum, you are working at the top level. Marko is a U.S. CEO of operations. It's not just some guy or gal walking into your office. It's the person, and that is the integrity we look for, because it trickles down line. And it's the reason I think Success North Dallas has been here 34 years. And I'm just glad to have people like, the two of you involved.
Awesome. This has been an awesome segment. We're going to give you the final word. Marko, what would you like to leave people with?
We like to build trust in small steps. So like Bill said, integrity is important, but you cannot enforce it. You need to build it. And I would like to build it, with new clients.
Absolutely. You've both been amazing guests. We'll have to have you back again soon. We're going to end with the website, which is kibernum.com. Thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thank you very much.
That's
Thank
it
you,
for
Jeff.
now. We'll see you next time.